What's up everyone, welcome back to RideRev, the place where horsepower meets history, and today we're diving into one of the most legendary icons of the 1980s, a car that took the streets, the racetracks, and even the dreams of petrolheads by storm, the 1986 Ford Sierra RS Cosworth. Buckle up, because this isn't just a car, this is the machine that redefined what it meant to own a performance vehicle in the mid-80s, and even in 2026, its legacy roars louder than ever. The year was 1986, and Ford needed a homologation special to dominate touring car racing. Enter Cosworth, the engineering powerhouse that worked its magic under the hood of the Sierra. What they created was no ordinary family sedan. It was a beast clothed in steel, shaped by aerodynamics, and armed with one of the most infamous engines of the era. The Ford Sierra RS Cosworth was more than just a performance car, it was a declaration of war against the competition. From its very first unveiling, enthusiasts knew that Ford had not just built a car, they had built a legend. At the heart of this machine lay the 2.0-liter turbocharged YB engine, an absolute masterpiece of engineering. Pushing out around 204 horsepower in road-going trim, it may sound modest by today's numbers, but in 1986, that was enough to make jaws drop. With a Garrett T3 turbo strapped on, this four-cylinder was capable of tuning potential far beyond its stock figure. People quickly realized that this wasn't just a car you drove, this was a car you could build into a monster, one capable of hitting 500, 600, even 700 horsepower with the right tweaks. On the racetrack, it absolutely annihilated the opposition, and on the streets, it became a symbol of pure speed and rebellion. But let's not just talk about power, let's talk about presence. The Sierra Cosworth wasn't subtle. From its aggressive front bumper to the flared wheel arches and that unmistakable whale tail rear wing, this car screamed performance. Every line, every curve, every design detail had a purpose. That iconic rear wing wasn't just for show, it provided real downforce, keeping the Sierra stable at high speeds. It became one of the most instantly recognizable silhouettes in the entire automotive world. Park one next to any car of the era, and it looked like it was built for the future, a future that even in 2026 still feels fresh and thrilling. Inside, the Cosworth was a driver's cockpit, purpose-built to make you feel in control of every rev, every shift, every corner. It was raw, mechanical, and unfiltered, an experience modern cars often try to replicate but rarely achieve. No touchscreens, no digital distractions, just the symphony of a turbo spool, the raw shove of boost, and the kind of mechanical connection that makes every drive unforgettable. When it hit the Group A racing circuit, the Sierra RS Cosworth proved unstoppable. It dominated touring car championships across Europe, carving its name into motorsport history. Its rivals could only watch as Ford's creation stormed past, lap after lap, powered by Cosworth's genius and Ford's determination. Even today, motorsport fans remember the sound of that turbo engine screaming down the straights and the sight of that iconic whale tail wing cutting through the air. What makes the 1986 Sierra RS Cosworth so special in 2026 is its lasting influence. It's a car that didn't just win races, it inspired generations of performance cars. It paved the way for future Ford legends like the Escort Cosworth and influenced the very idea of what a fast road car could be. Today, collectors pay insane amounts to own one of these icons, and every time one pops up at an auction, you can bet enthusiasts are ready to empty their wallets. So, why does this car matter today? Because it represents a time when car companies took bold risks, when racing wasn't just about money but about innovation and passion. The 1986 Sierra RS Cosworth wasn't built for everyone, it was built for those who wanted to push limits, who craved adrenaline, who wanted a piece of the track on their driveway. And that's why, 40 years later, we're still talking about it, still celebrating it, still chasing that feeling. The Sierra Cosworth wasn't just a car, it was a revolution. It embodied speed, style, and spirit in a way that very few cars ever could. From the streets of Europe to the world's biggest racetracks, it left tire marks not only on asphalt but on the hearts of enthusiasts forever. In 2026, when we look back at the cars that shaped performance culture, this machine sits proudly at the top of the list, a true king of the 1980s. So, if you've ever dreamed of owning a piece of history, the 1986 Ford Sierra RS Cosworth is that dream. Not just a car, but a legend, one that proves even 4 decades later that speed, passion, and innovation never go out of style. And that's a wrap on today's RideRev feature. If you loved diving into the story of this legend, smash that like button, Drop a comment about your favorite 80s performance car, and don't forget to subscribe to RideRev for more deep dives into the machines that defined eras. Until next time, keep your engines roaring and your spirits high.